Hey, good morning.
Good morning.
How
How are you?
I'm very good, Camilla. How are you? And where are you?
I am in Rio, in Brazil.
Oh
It's
my,
quite warm here.
is it?
Yeah,
Are you there for a
indeed.
while, or are you coming back, or how long
Yes,
are you there for?
yes. I'm going to spend the whole month of December here. Yes.
Oh, so what are the Christmas celebrations like over in Brazil then?
Oh, it's funny, right? Because it's Christmas. I feel sorry for Santa Claus on the beach on this heat of 35 degrees and all
Oh,
those
stop it.
clothes. It kind of, yeah. Christmas on the beach is quite different from Europe. Yes, very different. But food-wise, it's kind of similar.
Good old
Yeah,
celebrations. So I
yeah.
can't believe we're at this time of the year again.
I
We're getting
know.
ready for Toque 2025. It seems crazy. It's gone so quickly, hasn't it?
I know, I know. It's a whole year round. When the competition finishes with the winter trip, then I can go on holiday. I come back from holiday, I do the evaluation, I do the plan, and start all over again.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
very exciting. Yes.
So where are we at the moment? So it's open, you're open for entries now, is that right?
Yes. So right now the registrations are open. So it's the time for the lecturers to
Yeah,
register their students. Registrations will close in January. So there's plenty of time. We opened in November. And all that the lecturer needs to do is to go to our website and register the students. So there's no limit on number of colleges and the
yeah,
number of students that can join.
okay.
So it's
And
fantastic.
and the very first kind of entry that both front of house and back of house do, they do under the supervision of their lecturer, is that right? In the very first
Yes.
instance, yeah,
Yes, so the entry stage, as I mentioned, there's no limit on number of students. Last year, for example, I got 395 students
wow,
entering. So we send them a task and they
yeah,
complete this task in the college. We send them products as well and the whole brief. So we have already available the video brief of what they need to
yeah,
do for 2025 and a PDF with all the details. So they have 3 weeks
yeah,
to do this task in the college with the supervision of their lecturers, so both front and back of house.
yeah,
For 2025, we're asking them, the back of house, to create a dish and the front of house to create a coffee drink. And imagine if they had their own cafe or their own restaurant and were selling those dishes and drinks to raise funds to a charity or social enterprise of their choice.
very
And
nice.
this is fantastic, exactly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I mean, obviously, we've kind of worked with you for a long time on Top Door, and it's such a the whole journey is such an exciting competition for any young people to be involved in. The age is between 18 and 25. Is that right?
Yeah,
Of the students must be, and
that's
levels two,
that's
two, three, and
correct.
four studying within a college environment. A total of
That's correct.
300 entries this year. That's a lot of videos to look through, right? So they submit videos.
395. I know. We have a panel of 5 judges to
Yeah,
go through
yeah,
the videos and the entries, and they can tell we're going to shortlist 48 to go
yeah,
into the hits.
yeah.
So it is a lot.
It
Yes,
is. And
yes, but it's
so obviously you have the deadline in January for the entries. And then you select 48 to go forward to York. Is that right? To the Grand Cookery School. So that's kind of the 10th to 13th of March that they'll
that's
be. Yeah,
correct. That's correct. So out
yeah,
of those 48 is 20 back of house and 20 front of house.
yeah. And then
Exactly.
six are selected to go further into the competition.
Yes,
And,
6 of each strange. We're going to the finals, and then we're going
yeah.
to have two winners, one back and one front of house winner.
So before we talk more about 2025, 2024 was well, every year is a fantastic year, but the two girls that won front and back of house this year were just incredible. I mean, the whole journey for them and what they've done since winning, the winner's trip and everything. It's just an extraordinary journey, and it feels like, once you're registered in the competition, you very much as top door, like, hold hands with them. You keep in a lot of regular contact with the people who have applied to enter, whether they go through to the winning partnership or not. So did you attend the winners trip with them to Switzerland this year? And how,
I did, yes. I'll tag along with them.
yeah,
Yes, and 2024, funny said that because we officially launched in 2024 the ambassador program,
yeah,
which is how we structure, well, how past competitors, not only the winners, but anyone who stood out and really show a willingness to continue developing their career
Yeah.
with us. And we take them on board. So we launched the ambassador program, where we continue developing their learning and their knowledge and take them on board. So as you may know, we had lots of Toque finalists, for example, not necessarily a winner, joining us on the Choose Hospitality Pledge,
Yeah.
on the assemblies, etc. And people engaging, they become judges to the competition, they support on the judging panel. This year's winners, both Geraldine and Jasmine, they were judges to the NHS chef competition
I saw
finals that
that.
also took
Yeah.
place in York.
Yeah.
So the reason why the trip to Switzerland, the winner's trip to Switzerland took place last year, is that they went into Nestle Beverage and Culinary Center,
Yeah.
and they continue developing their learning, their skills on both coffee and sustainable food and sustainability, so they can empower themselves to become ambassadors to Toque. So this is a fantastic opportunity for
Yeah.
them. They developed their learning. They went to the EHL business school, spent a day there, had the fine dining experience, and the students first ever student restaurants to have a Michelin star. Also,
Absolutely.
it's
Yeah.
been hosted by Anton Mosima, the first ever Toque d'Or winner at the Ritz. And as the winner's trip is always a mix of continued learning and the jolly, of course, right? So it's an insight trip where international, so they will learn about international hospitality, but also they have a lot of fun. So they
Yeah.
went to Montreux Jazz Festival, they went to vineyards, they got that beautiful train with glass ceiling crossing Switzerland and going to Mont Pilatus. And 2025 we will be packed of surprise as well. The winner's trip will
Yeah.
be to Italy, and
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and
fantastic.
I was following their winners trip on social media as they were doing it, and they definitely look like they're having a lot of fun. It was quite the itinerary looked quite tiring. They just seemed to be somewhere every single day and every evening, just having the time of their lives, which is incredible. But in the kind of 2024, so I'm not quite sure if many people know, but when you have your finalists selected to go through to find that there's actually a whole load of challenges before the fine dining challenge at the studio. I mean, which are incredible. I mean, they did a farm to fork day, didn't they, at Full Circle Farms in West Sussex? What other kind of challenges did they do this year?
So they've also had a day at the
That's
Starbucks
that's right.
Training
Yes. Yeah.
Center in
Yeah.
Chiswick. And that was fantastic because that challenge was all about, of course, not only learning about coffee sustainability, but coffee development and
Yeah.
insights. So they had a masterclass there from the big wigs of Starbucks UK, and they had to develop a recipe that could possibly go into a restaurant. So we paired front and the back of house to work together to create a new coffee drink
Yeah.
that need to be totally new, totally their recipe exclusive, and it was fantastic. So they've learned a lot on how to develop new recipes and insights, etc. The back of house had an insight day at the Borough Markets, also learning about the British cuisine and international and trends. While the front of house, they went to Savoy, to the Savoy Hotel, learning about cocktails. And the Fine Dine Challenge that you attended
Yeah.
as our guest. And chef Tommy Banks created a fantastic fine dining 3-course menu that they had to replicate to 60 VVIP guests.
Yeah.
So yes, as the grand finale challenge
Yeah.
last year.
And
So it's sorry.
it's quite an important week, I think, for the finalists, because by the end of it, they're so connected and they're such good friends, and they're so supportive of one another. That spending that week together doing those different challenges, apart from it being, really important learning and great for their professional development, it's also really connecting them to one another as kind of little team or kind of little brigade of professionals.
They do indeed. They make friends for a lifetime. We had relationships built of Top Dog, boyfriends and girlfriends. We have like best friends.
There's not
And
been a top door
one,
wedding yet.
yeah, no, well, there was actually. I didn't
No
know, but a
way.
long time ago. Well, yes, they came and saw me and they said, "Oh, we met on Top Dog, and now we're married." So yes, so
Brilliant.
many. Can you imagine 37 years of competition? This is a lot happening. When Sophie joined up, Sophie and Georgie, they
Yeah.
became best friends, and Georgie got married that day, invited Sophie to be one of the bridesmaids. And there's like the relationships
Yeah.
are very strong because they spent not only the 4 days of challenges, but we get them the day before. We do a
Yeah.
welcome day challenge. We create like bonding
Yeah.
activities. So it is fantastic. It's so nice. And the networking that they do,
Yeah.
the people that in the industry that they meet,
Yeah.
yeah, it's really down to them. You see, there is a lot of people think, of course, the winner, they get the trip, but everybody in the finals can be considered a winner, and totally up to
Absolutely.
you, you know, to like to get more and to develop this career. There are plenty of finalists that went out and had a great career and learned a lot further.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I mean, and also 37 years next year of Top Door. That's
Mm-hmm.
extraordinary, isn't it? It's such a long time.
I know, I
Uh,
know.
all the people have came out as a result of the competition. But you're right. You know, obviously I was there for the fine dining challenge, and that was an extraordinary event. I mean, it was very difficult to, we were given judging sheets, and actually it's really difficult because they were all fantastic. All the finalists were fantastic. I did an Instagram live with Tommy from the kitchens as well that evening, and he was just like, "Do you know what, they're all fantastic." It gets really quite hard towards the end to choose who's going to go forward as the winners. But the competition's open to all UK colleges, so Northern Ireland,
Yes,
England, Scotland, Wales,
yes, correct.
and and have you had many colleges from Ireland apply in the past, or Northern Ireland, or
Yes, yes, we
yeah,
had not, yes,
yeah,
yes, quite a few.
yeah,
Hmm,
and
absolutely.
and obviously, there are kind of smaller, more regional catering colleges that might feel a little bit, you know, like nervous to join against the kind of larger colleges. But would you just say, just go for it? What would you?
No, Claire, I think just go for it. If people, yes, there's plenty of
Yeah,
smaller colleges that entered and they thought, okay, I'm just entering to see, and then they ended up winning
yeah,
the competition. But as I said, to have the students there, especially if they make it through the finals, is an experience of a
yeah,
lifetime. So the more students they enter, the better. The whole competition is free to enter. We cover all the expenses. So for the lecturer, really, the only time where the lecturer had to put a lot more effort is now to register the students, to tell
yeah,
the students about the competition, right? Because they feel a little bit, oh my God, overwhelmed, that's too hard. And once the lecture done that, it's all on us. We take them on a journey, we embrace
yeah,
them. And you see a lot of students say at the end of the competition, I was so nervous, I didn't trust myself, but it was the best experience of my life. I wish I could enter all over again.
yeah,
So we see that happening a lot.
yeah. So it's not kind of over, and obviously kind of, college lecturers and chef lecturers are really busy and they've got timetable stuff, but it's not an overwhelming amount of work. Like I said, the first bit
No.
is just this task that they have to do and submit a John Holder just said it's an amazing experience. Just submit their video, and then it's very cleverly built gradually. The way the competition builds is quite gradual up until that kind of finals week at the in June. It's not too overwhelming for either the students. Obviously they've got college work as well.
Yes, absolutely not. As I said, yes, the lecture just needs to take them through this first moment,
Yeah,
for them to be excited, to join, to make part of it, and also to rest of the students to do this task, to support them on the task on the college as well. But after that, we take them on a journey. It's
yeah,
all out down to us. We really look after the students.
yeah,
We have lots of partners and agencies and a team of judges and people supporting the competitors every night. They go out for dinner together. No wonder we build those opportunities for them to become friends and to make friendships for life as well.
yeah. So I
Mm-hmm.
mean, John Holder, who's from Cheshire College, South and West. I mean, he's just said it's an amazing competition. What kind of feedback do you get from chef lecturers?
Oh, it's great. They all get very excited
Yeah,
once they've entered Talk once, right? They all get nervous. Also, like it's a lot of my time, and then once they see the confidence that it builds on their
yeah,
students, then they do enter the following year a lot more students.
yeah,
So this is fantastic. I think it's a really, really great experience. I always get positive feedback from. I do have a very contact with lecturers, and we always like trying to improve and always to improve the competition.
yeah,
So that is great. And in the past, the competition was a team competition.
Yeah.
Two chefs and one front of house. And many colleges came to me and said, I don't have a front of house, so I can enter, or it's quite difficult to build the teams up. So we make as an individual competition. Since then, we have a
Yeah.
much higher number of students entering. Some colleges only offer front of house, others just back of house.
Yeah.
So yes, so I think that was a good move.
So you tie some really like key industry figures within into the competition as well in kinds of ways, whether it's being part of the finals week and delivering an experience to the students, or the finalists rather taking them somewhere, whether it's the farm to fork thing. But you also work really closely with professional chefs that are out there doing incredible things themselves. This year you had Tommy Banks, who was amazing. What was his feedback from his role as judge this year? Did he embrace
Oh,
it and enjoy it?
he loved it. Actually, had Tommy in
That's
2023
right.
and 2024
Couldn't get rid of him.
to this. Oh no, honestly, I wish I could have all the judges always, but we need to keep changing it to bring some new perspectives and breath of like different ideas, and so many great chefs and
Yeah,
front of house that we have in the
yeah,
UK.
yeah.
So I
So
wish I could just have all of them all
what do
attending
you
all the years.
what do you look for when you're thinking about who you want to have as a judge, a chef judge? What are you looking for?
First of all, it's based on the competition's theme,
Yeah,
how the competition will be developed. So the theme for this year's competition is how hospitality play a role in regenerate communities
yeah,
and social enterprise.
yeah.
So a very strong focus on sustainability. So for example, and then I see like, of course, all of the chefs, I cannot even say that's like the sustainability in everybody's heart now is a priority of everyone. But then I try to, as I said, I change chefs every other year, and who's doing a fantastic job on this sides. And like, for example, for 2025 we're hiring chef Adam Handling because
I know.
he's just fantastic and he's doing a great job. I see his videos on Instagram, and once he had like how to utilize a scallop and all of it, I was like, oh my god, I never knew you could use the guts of a scallop, my god. And then I was like, that's one thing I want to bring on Toque is I want them to be surprised and to think about how to utilize the whole ingredient, to have
Yeah,
like kind of trying to get the minimal waste possible. And I like Adam as well because he started very early his career at
he did.
16 and
Yeah,
very successful at a young age. So I'd like to get chefs involved where the competitors can see and get very like inspired and see this could be me in a few
yeah,
years time. This
yeah,
is down to me. Look at his journey. For
yeah.
example, we have Tom Button as well. Oh
That's
my god, he's
right.
still super
Yeah,
early and he's still super young and successful. And so those inspiring chefs that the students can relate to and think this could be me. It's down to me to become the next chef like this.
yeah.
So yeah, that's what I'm after.
That's well, I'm hoping Adam is there somewhere. And I did WhatsApp him earlier. I'm hoping he's going to send a request to join just to pop up and say hello. I was chatting to him earlier. So Adam, if you're there, send the request now. And yeah, when you're looking at sustainability, I mean, what he's done with his businesses, and obviously he's written books on it, and you need to send a request. Here we go. Here he is. So it's just so much going, I'm here. Let's see. He should be joining any second now, all being well.
Great.
Come on, Adam.
I
Hey,
can cook, but I'm not good at technology.
you managed that okay. Adam, how are
I'm
you?
good. How are you? Yeah.
Very well, thank you. How excited are you to be the judge for the 2025 Top Door?
Oh, extremely excited. You mentioned sustainability. My whole ethos is the future of the industry, and to work with Toque, where they've been doing it for longer than I've been born, and they've been smashing it out of the park. I think it's just incredible that I get to be the one to help them this year.
Yeah, I mean, you've also got a little bit of help, I think, front of house wise with your George Hersey, who's joining you
He
as well,
he
isn't
he
he?
is, and he's in
Is
my
it?
office. He's over there.
I can't see it. So, I mean, what will you be looking for, Adam, with the students when the competition starts next year?
Nothing too strenuous that it's going to put people off and scare them. It's all about finding a little spark, finding someone who's very positive and very happy. Because I think being students, they have a lot to learn, but
Yeah,
you can teach people stuff. But if
Yeah.
they want to learn themselves, that's the hard part.
Yeah.
So I'll be looking for people that have got like big eyes,
Yeah.
huge smile, writing things down, asking questions, and
Yeah.
also wanting to come with ideas, wanting advice as well, and not thinking that they're already Gordon Ramsay as it is.
Yeah.
These are students, if they're very positive and proactive and thoughtful and mindful about sustainability, we'll get on like a house on fire. If they come in grumpy and they think they know everything already and they're like, no, this is how I'm doing it, then I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
cool, let's see if you can cook.
Yeah. And as you know him so well, because you've had a brilliant working relationship for a long time now, what do you think when it comes to front of house that George will be looking for?
George is, for me, one of the biggest pioneers in front of house
Yeah.
in the UK because he's very pragmatic, but he's also very kitchen focused.
Yeah.
So he'll be looking for someone that, front and foremost, is positive, happy, polite, but also a team player. How do we go? How do you go from one end of the room to another like a butterfly, doing everything for a guest without them knowing you did a thing?
Yeah.
Hospitality is about being hospitable. It's like you're being in someone's house.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter if you've got a Michelin star or you're in a gastropub. It's
Yeah.
exactly the same thing people are paying
Yeah.
for, to be welcomed into a home.
Yeah.
So he'll be looking for all of them sort of ones. Obviously, front of house, it could be slightly more elegant.
Yeah.
They could be more slower than ducks in the kitchen with their little legs going crazy, but they look nice and beautiful. So I think, it's going to be great. Plus, there's a dual team this year, which is, I think, the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, when it comes down to the fine dining challenge, Camilla, will it be the similar as 2024? Will it be
No,
Adam and
we have a surprise this year.
okay,
We've changed, yes.
okay,
Competitors now, we have brand new challenge,
yeah,
fresh, that I'm developing with Adam.
yeah.
Yes. So wait to hear. I don't want to disclose much because it's always like they will find out when
Adam,
they
I'll
try.
WhatsApp you later.
But yeah. But we'll be different. We're always bringing in new challenges and new skills and new ways to
Yeah.
get them excited.
Yeah, well, knowing Adam and George like I do, I'm not surprised at all that it's gonna be something quite spectacular for 2025, I'd imagine. Adam, what would you say to any young people that are a little bit nervous or don't think that they're good enough, and might not feel that they're ready to do the competition? Would you say just give it a go? Because obviously, like Camilla said, over 300 entries for 2024, it gets down to 2 people at the end of it. And that's just the nature of competition, isn't it? Not everybody goes through and wins it, but the experience of actually just applying and going for it, what would you say to somebody who's feeling that maybe they're not ready for it?
I think whenever you step out of a kitchen with securities and structure and doing a competition, you're inevitably going to make some mistakes because you have no senior person to structure you as you would your head chef in an operation or your lecturer or anything like that. But it's good to find what you need work on personally. And also, when it comes to the cooking side of life, I will never let a contestant fail. I
Yeah,
will never let them burn anything. If I see something, we're going to work on it together.
yeah,
If I see that they've started to, they're overwhelmed and they're melting, we're going to take a step back
yeah,
and we're gonna talk about it and we're going to do it. So anyone who comes onto this competition and actually starts to get involved into it properly, they won't fail. It'll just be the best of that specific category of people that really take it forward. So don't be afraid to make a mistake. Never think you're not good enough because your level of cooking, there is loads more to learn. So use it as an experience to meet new people in the industry, speak about the positives of the industry because this industry is phenomenal,
yeah,
and have an everlasting friend from someone outside of your comfort zone. I
yeah,
think it's very important to surround yourself with people that are ambitious, people that want to move forward and actually be something with themselves in a few years to come.
yeah,
So I've made more mistakes in my career than I have successes.
yeah. And
But I'll
there'll
be doing
probably be
this.
some still to happen as well. I mean, that's the
I
nature of
have
a
no shadow of a
profession.
doubt. Running a restaurant group with 300 odd people is a learning curve every day. But
Yeah,
you only make the same mistake twice, max.
yeah, yeah.
Twice, max.
And but and also the thing is, Camille, I mean, the age range is 18 to 25. So if you're 18 or 19 and you apply and you don't get through, you can still apply up until you're 25 years
Yeah,
old. So you can
we
keep
see a lot of
coming back.
people coming back. I have so many stories of people that didn't win, came back and grasped the challenge, the prize on the following year. Like many examples like that,
Yeah,
because you kind of learn, you enjoy it, to have a little bit more confidence on yourself, you come back and smash it. We see that every single year we have returners, people that come back.
Yeah. Took me 3 attempts to win Great British Menu, and then I won Champion of Champions.
Well, exactly. There you go. So, I mean, obviously you can't say, but will some of the finalists be visiting some of your other venues, maybe outside of London? I mean, you've got some incredible. Obviously, you've got the Tartan Fox, which is your new one. You've got the Lock and the Tyne. You've got Ugly Butterfly. I mean, you've got within your portfolio, you've got a whole wide range of experiences, from coastal restaurant to kind of village pub. I know you probably can't say, but I wonder if some of the finalists might in the challenge week maybe come down to visit one of your other places.
It's going to be a very fun time.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying.
I'll get it out of him privately. So you're already all very excited, Adam, for your participation. And George, have you and George done a competition judging together before?
We have,
done it?
Yeah. We have, and I think it works really beautiful because of the dynamic is going in the same direction.
Yeah.
And like I said, I'm very front of house focused as a chef.
Yeah.
Very back of house focused as a chef.
Yeah.
As a front of house person. So I think that kind of teamwork, and the reason why the group's quite in the limelight is because it's all about the guests. It's not about us.
Yeah.
It's about making sure that no team member of our group fails.
Yeah.
They will trip up sometimes because life is busy. But how they get picked up again, how they keep moving forward, and how they succeed.
Yeah. So, Adam, what would you say to any kids thinking about it?
Please, just apply.
Yeah.
You've got many a times to do it.
Yeah.
But the one thing you will get out of it is you will learn something you didn't yesterday.
Yeah.
And you will also make a friend that you never had yesterday.
Yeah.
So it's benefit for both parts.
Amazing. And Camilla, if we can just recap. So the entries are open now.
Yeah.
You have to have the lecturer has to help the student with the entry now, and the closing date is 17th of January 2025.
Yeah.
Is that right?
All that the lecturers need to do is to go to Toque website, put the student's name that he would like to be in the entries. Then there is already there a brief on what they need to do for the entries. I have some video brief as well. It's pretty simple. And then they will have 3 weeks in February to complete this entry in the colleges with the lecture supervision and submit to us virtually.
Amazing.
So it's pretty
and I think it's fair to say, Camilla, obviously we've known you for quite a few years now. This is like your favourite thing, isn't it, Toque? I mean, you're so excited throughout the whole process.
I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I wish I could have entered. I wish I could have entered Toque as well, because I was also a student myself.
Yeah.
So, yeah, fantastic.
Amazing. Okay, well, like if everybody's watching, get the entries in by the 17th of January. Adam, thank you so much for jumping on and joining. It's brilliant to see you. I know that you are like crazy busy at the moment. I'd imagine all of your places in the lead up to Christmas.
Yeah,
as
busy.
per. Yeah. So I'll hopefully see you. I've been planning to come and see you before Christmas anyway, so I'll hopefully see you. Camilla, enjoy the sun.
Thank you.
Not jealous in the slightest, and everybody else, all the chef lecturers, or even students that might watch this and their chef lecturers don't know about it, have a chat. Get the website. Somebody just thought, I love Adam handling. Who's that? She's gone. It's just so if there's a student whose chef lecturer might not know about it, just go to the chef lecturer and say, look, have you seen this? I want to enter and do it together, and let's see if we can maybe get 600 entering next year. Which would be a lot of videos for you to have to watch, but hey.
I know. That won't be a problem. We just put a bigger team to judge.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much, both of you. I'll see you both very soon. And
thank you very much.
Good to see you.
Thank you very much.
You're very welcome. See you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thank you. Cheers.